Breaking news this evening, Amtrak has canceled all long-distance passenger train services for tomorrow. That's ahead of potential rail worker strike.
Now, some of those trains travel through North Carolina. If your trip is impacted, Amtrak will be contacting you.
The railroads need to understand we're not robots. You know, we have lives.
Railroad work could stop as soon as 12:01 Friday morning. It's not more pay that workers are after.
A representative with the Sheet Metal, Air, Rail, and Transportation Union gives you a better idea of what workers are trying to get.
You got people that have missed their kids being born because of the pandemic, because they've been out there hauling the United States freight. You've got guys, even myself, have went through divorces in the past 2 years due to the industry, how it operates, and the stress of it.
And as an experienced locomotive engineer says, they're not hitting the brakes on their push for change anytime soon.
I promise, before I retire, we will see some kind of change.
Failed negotiations have thousands of employees planning on going on strike.
It's not about money for us, it's about quality of life.
They're battling contract offers that union representatives say don't address their quality of life concerns, with a specific focus on safety and attendance policies. Under current conditions, some employees even say they've been penalized for taking days off.
I risk my life, I miss things with my family, and I just want to be fairly compensated for my time and my effort, and to be treated like I am part of your solution, not part of your problem.
Railroad companies like Union Pacific and BNSF have already stopped some shipments of hazardous materials due to labor uncertainty. Unions say it's just a scare tactic and that carriers would be nothing without them.
The fact that they think that we don't contribute to their profits is interesting, because if I don't go to work at 4 in the morning on 2 hours of sleep, your train doesn't go anywhere. And trains sitting still don't make money.
So what does a rail worker strike mean for you? Well, it could have impacts on your rail travel. Prices could rise at the gas pump, and you could see an even higher grocery bill. That's right. Like you heard a few minutes ago, Amtrak has canceled all its long distance routes. I want you to take a look at some video that we have from Patrick DeHaan with Gas Buddy. He says this train is hauling tens of thousands of barrels of crude oil and ethanol through the Midwest. DeHaan says if a railroad strike lasts more than a few days, we could see gas prices rise as high as 35 to 75 cents a gallon. It's not just your fuel either. 30% of all U.S. freight shipments could be impacted if there is a strike. That includes the grain that is imported into North Carolina for livestock farmers and the agriculture products exported from our state as well.
Agriculture, as much as any other industry, is relying on transportation networks, and so a potential rail strike causes us concern for market disruption, export disruption, those kind of things. Consumers have unfortunately seen these kind of situations develop over the last 2 or 2.5 years, starting with the pandemic, with increased prices in the grocery store. And so, everybody has to deal with that in different ways.
Dr. Sandy Stewart says any possible disruption should work itself out. The best thing you can do, he says, is just be patient.
And we do definitely have to be patient, because it's important to note right now a strike is not for sure happening. It is just a waiting game to see if a deal can be reached by the end of tomorrow night.